So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So, time for the anthems. Ivory Coast have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
Well, we're on the way. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. He's in a great position here. No way through. It's a promising position. Lovely bit of skill. Tries one from range. Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And it's made its way to him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and
the shot! Quarter of an hour played. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Ivory Coast have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances.
Ecuador really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
He's going to be disappointed with that. That is lovely. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Good ball, good take. Oh, great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the return pass. Plays the return pass. Over to the right flank. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Skillfully had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Cleared away. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And he's forced to go back. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. And he's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Picked out brilliantly. And the finish! And he's found the net! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Le numéro 18.
And that is all they have time for. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Ivory Coast just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Ivory Coast can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Et les voici. Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs.
the first touch of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
It's a good ball out wide. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Not the most accurate pass. Brilliantly cut out. It's a really well-measured ball. This looks promising. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That has been knocked clear. Nice looking ball. Oh, he's just misjudged that one. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Just about up to the hour now. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for...
Oh, great leap! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Ivory Coast leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Great ball if he can get there. He's in plenty of space here. Decent chance! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
That's where it came from. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get rid. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Just about up to 75 minutes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now this could be a chance. Crosses it in here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is ended up in no man's land. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a promising position. Great ball and he shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Changement en cours.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Into the last 5 minutes. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And they can counter here.
Might want to be careful there.
Back towards the middle. Aimed beyond the defence.
Il y aura 2 minutes
Played
de
through
temps
for the wide
additionnel.
man. And that's that. Ivory Coast have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Ivory Coast really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
Cher public, je voudrais vous signaler simplement que vous pouvez, si vous le souhaitez, retrouver les commentaires en direct de ce match sur la radio FM du club.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're ready now for the anthems. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
So that's got things underway. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. Oh, sweet feet. Delivered low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that could set him on his way. He'll try from distance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
The ball has bounced loose now. He's in a great position here. That pass isn't the best. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a promising position. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's going for goal! There's a goal! And it's Ivory Coast who take the lead.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Après 16 minutes de jeu par le numéro 19.
Ivory Coast penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Ivory Coast very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. He's beaten. He's having a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's picked it up out wide. Out towards the flank.
Ecuador really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Now that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. Nice control. Tries from a long way out. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's delightful. He tries one from range. No, just not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Just eases him off the ball.
Ivory Coast can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
That's rather hopeful. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Turns back here, probably the best option. He is through here. He's having a pop. That is decidedly lacking.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Well, there's the clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. A heavy challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
He's had it taken off him. Played out towards the right wing. Space for him to turn and look. Delivers the ball. And he's heaved it away. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Chers spectateurs,
Ivory Coast up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Ivory Coast just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
No, that's been intercepted. This is a promising build-up. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Plays a sharp little ball here. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's got away. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
So we've reached the hour mark. That's been cut out, well played. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Ecuador can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Knocks it into space. Can he latch on to this? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
And the shot! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Ivory Coast are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Good ball, good take. Nicely shaped cross. Now, who's going to be first to this?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
That is ended up in no man's land. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's a promising position. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, he's found support out wide.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
There will be a throw-in. Ecuador are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So they were calling for him, and now they get him.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what they want to do here. Just get the ball to him and hope that something happens, a little magic.
Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. There's the delivery. And that has been knocked clear. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Into the last 5 minutes. Now there's a fine ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Looking for options for movement. Delivers with whip. Oh, that's well spotted. Into the channel.
Il y aura 2 minutes
Spread
de temps
neatly.
additionnel.
That'll be a throw. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's it. Ivory Coast can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.